We are live again on day 5 of the Creator Bootcamp, Kajabi 101. This is the last day of the bootcamp, so I'm super excited to, I would say, not like finish the bootcamp, but because we covered so much to kind of bring on the last piece for you, right? On the last puzzle piece, and that is website building. That's what we are talking today. So if you have been following along, then you probably already have your comment soon page or a link in bio page established. You may have already gotten some new signups for your either freebie or the newsletter, and maybe you already even sent out an email. So I also hope that you have connected your payment methods like either Stripe or Kajabi Payments or PayPal, which we covered yesterday. And maybe you already started working on your course or your other product. Okay. Let me share my screen. You know the drill. All right. So today, again, we will be talking about website building. I will show you some hands-on techniques, how to build like basic page and what Kajabi consists of as far as the website pages, landing pages, and funnel pages. Okay. So, but before we get to that, let's recap. Let's recap what we covered in this bootcamp. So on day 1, we talked about your big idea, how you can take small steps to bring that big idea to life, right? And with Kajabi, you can do just that. And on day 1, we established we created account, and we did the initial configuration on your account, right? We also created, if you remember, we created a 3-in-1 page, which was coming soon page, link in bio page, and also it had a form where your potential clients, leads, can enter their information and get on your email list. All right. So on day 2, we talked about email marketing, how emails work in Kajabi, how to send out emails, the difference between broadcasts and email sequences, and we also covered a little bit of A/B testing with the email marketing. On day 3, we talked about all kinds of different product types and how to set them up in Kajabi. So as you know, there are 6 different product types in Kajabi that you can either provide for free or get, or sell, get paid, right, for them to sell them. So we have courses. Of course, the most popular is online courses. You can provide one-on-one or group coaching. You can set up memberships, which is also known as communities. Then you can do newsletters, digital downloads, and podcasts. And all of those can be either free or paid. So it's really up to you. On day 4, we talked about selling your offers and actually getting paid, right? So we talked about different payment gateways like Stripe and PayPal and Kajabi Payments. And I also explained the benefits of each payment gateway, payment tool. And also we set up an offer, we customized it. I showed you the essential things that you will need to do when customizing your checkout pages and offers. We talked about automations and the post-purchase flow, and basically what your customers can experience or will be experiencing, or the workflow they will be going through once they purchase one of your offers, right? And today we again talking about website building, and at the end I will answer some of your questions. I did get a couple, and that will be covered at the very end of our session. And of course, I'm going to remind you one more time that there's only a couple of days left for 50% off. Kajabi is probably the biggest promotion ever. You can lock in 50% off on any plan with Kajabi if you sign up through November 11th, 2024. Which means you might be saving up to $1,200 on the growth plan, which is the most popular plan. That's the plan I personally use, so that's a really, really good deal. So it's $100 a month of savings. Like, I wish I had that. And if you are watching this after November 11th, then I have a special free trial, extended free trial, which is 30 days on Kajabi, and that's not even a promotion. That offer is always available at any time. So anytime you go to my website at solidsidesolutions.com/Kajabi, you will always find a 30-day trial at the minimum. I recommend people checking that link often because, again, they may not know about certain promotions that are going on, but I typically try to keep people posted, and whoever's on my email list, they always get emails about promotions. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to our website building, and I will kind of show you and explain how website building works in Kajabi and the difference between funnel pages, website pages, and landing pages, right? And we'll also cover what pages what's called the system pages or default pages, and the importance of customizing those pages, having those pages in place. I will cover a little bit about page templates, and again at the end we will go through some questions. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and navigate to website and then design. You will see that I already have one theme picked, kind of like we're already installed. However, this screen may be prompting you to select the theme to continue. If you do not select the theme, you still can have landing pages, but your portal login will look something like this. Very, very basic. There's not much that you can customize. It's a super, plain. There's really not much you can do about this. It's just going to be a very, very plain page. So I highly recommend, of course, installing any template, really any template. And so let's actually talk about templates. Okay, so as far as templates go in Kajabi, you can install any template you'd like. And the main reason that we use templates is to make customization of the website easier and faster. So technically, if I were to upload any theme, right, to Kajabi, I can pretty much remove all of the sections and rebuild it the way I want it, redesign it, right? But when you are choosing the template, I would recommend, and if you are not, if you have never worked with website building, I would recommend, I would recommend picking a theme that you already like in terms of a design and a layout, okay? So if you can browse through all of them here. There are quite a few. And I would just pick one that's, I would say, the layout wise, because the colors obviously will be changed, but the layout wise, okay? So there's quite a few options to choose from. I use this one quite a bit, like to get when I start building websites from scratch, just because it's easy. It already has a lot of like layouts, the structure of the website that I like. So it's pretty much less work for me to do. However, just keep in mind that everything can be deleted and recreated. Okay, so that's why I just picked this template and just kind of started to customize it. Also, if you wish to, if you like, there's some templates that kind of like, I'm not sure, maybe one, if you want the more variety of website templates, then you can visit a dedicated, let's see, actually it's what will be here, a dedicated portal, I would say, for all kinds of, it's a store, right? Or template shop from different service providers, including myself, where you can just choose any website theme you'd like, websites or landing pages and funnels. Are paid. You will have to pay for them and then install them on your website. Some of them are very custom. Some of them more like simpler sites. So if you need more inspiration, then definitely check out Templates Store by Kajabi. Okay. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about the website pages. Okay, so this is probably one of the most misunderstood, I would say, concept of website pages and landing pages. Okay, so in order for your customers to be able to log into the learning portal that you are going to create, right? And the portal where all of your products are going to be stored, they need to have a login page. So like I showed you earlier with the white page, right? That's what that page is kind of like, again, basic, very plain if you do not select a theme. When you do select a theme, that's where you can make a lot of customizations. So again, in order for your customers to access the materials, they have to go through the login page. Okay, again, you can customize it to your liking with the template. Landing pages can not like they can, they live somewhat in a separate container. Okay, they live in a separate container from website pages. Because website pages, like, just think of it, they are like kind of in one box, and there's like different pages, and most of them are what's called the system pages, right? There's something that those are pages we can customize them, but we cannot remove them. They have to be as a part of the website, of your website. Landing pages have more flexibility with putting in specific SEO in images and say thumbnails, and they are part of website. They can be, you can link, like say menu tabs, you can link them to landing pages, but they do not live, I would say, within a website builder. They just kind of like standalone pages. But as far as the customization goes, and as far as all of the tools and the editor, it's all the same for website and for landing pages. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on Customize Page, and that's in a website builder. Okay, and this area probably already looks familiar to you. We've gone through some customizations before on day one when we created that's a coming soon page and a link in bio page, right? And as you can see, it looks the same. All of the same functionality, the same the sections and the blocks. Everything looks absolutely the same. So for this, for when you start customizing your page, this is your home page. If you remember, for now, we set up in the settings, we are redirecting our URL of our homepage to a coming soon page. And I'll show you back here in the settings. As you can see, we have homepage. If we were to put in our URL, our website, right, it's redirecting to a coming soon page. So right now, by customizing your homepage, it will not really affect anything as far as what your customers see or what the users see on your website. This is kind of like they cannot really access this page yet because it's not available or not it is active, but it's not. It can be accessed through the homepage. Okay, so again, if you never worked with the website builder, then in Kajabi, it's really kind of like what you see is what you get, I would say. as you can see, like when I'm hovering over in this area, it kind of highlights here. So this is a block. See, this is a block. If I click on the like empty area here, this is the section. So another one of the things that I do right away when I start customizing any page, any website page, landing page, doesn't matter, I go to the settings and then to design tool, and I toggle on show guides, and I'll show you what you're going to see here. So you see how like this is all like lavender color, kind of like separate sections and blocks. So now I actually see where section ends, where it starts, where it ends, and which blocks are in that section. Okay, so I also, when I click on this area right here, so I also can see, okay, so which blocks are within this section. So I know it's an image and a text. As far as editing your page goes, you would just, it's very, very simple. Again, we covered this on day one. Just treat it as a basic text editor. All of the headings can be changed here. If you need to make it bold, italic, underline, strikeout, different colors, it's all here. So this is a highlight. I'm just gonna, going through all of them, just showing you all of the capabilities here. But it's basically just a Google Doc or a Word doc, whichever you are most used to seeing. Okay, so I'm just going to remove everything. And actually, there's also a button called what's called clear formatting. So everything that you just that we just did, we can just clear, and it goes back to where it was. Okay, so let's just make just a few changes. Again, what I really like about Kajabi website or page builder is that you just click on the block, and then you come back here, select an image, and if you remember, we could now create images right in Kajabi with the AI if you want to create something unique. Otherwise, you would just most likely you would just click on the new and add new image. And let's see, I have a few images here. Let's just add this one. What I also do like about Kajabi's website builder is that doesn't matter which what kind of image you upload, it will also prompt you to kind of to crop it or to edit it a little bit, right? Maybe you have a specific size, like say if you wanted to keep certain images square and you forgot to, crop it prior to uploading into Kajabi, you would just click on square here and adjust it to where it needs to be. If you want it to be longer, something like this, I believe this one is 16:9 ratio, or maybe you need the vertical image, you can do it right here. You can also zoom it in, zoom it out. This is, I think, takes you back. Oh, this is just a center. This is going to be a center. And if you need to reverse, you can just click on this little time icon. You can also, again, turn it either way. So let me just bring it back, and we'll just keep it these dimensions. Okay. Okay. Also, you can change, of course, all the colors, all of the backgrounds, all of that can be changed on any section, on any block. Say you can click on the section right here. Then you would go to background, and if you want to change the color, say maybe something like this, a little bit lighter, you would change that there. Almost kind of matches that color, which is kind of crazy. Okay, I kind of like that. That was not planned, but I like that. Look at that, pretty. So that's as far as the background goes and the colors. Also, another thing that you may want to do and kind of to save yourself time is to navigate again to settings and then style guide. And over here, you can pre-select kind of like, or like I would say, configure the presets for all of your fonts and sizes and the colors. So for example, for the primary color, you will want to maybe change it to your brand color, right? Then all the buttons, I, for example, want them to be, let's say, this color, and the text will be white. And then I want my buttons to be solid and say medium size, and I want the radius to be 0, so I want it to be square, right? And then on the fonts, if you want to change the fonts, for the body, it's anything that's like a paragraph, right? Paragraph. And for the headings, it's anything that's like, this is the heading, right? Or like your titles. So let's go back to our settings. So for the body, let's choose a different one. I think I like Montserrat. And for the heading, let's do this one. And then click on save. Okay, so I do like this font. All right. That's pretty much like the main thing to kind of know about the website, or let's say page building, is that all of the fonts and colors can be preset in the settings. But if you do need to change them, like say you want your heading to be different color, right? You would just select it here, click on the color, and change it right there. Okay. If you want to put a little highlighter on the back, you can do it here too. Okay, or the whole thing, for example. All right, and then important thing, don't forget to click on save from time to time, because I've gone through some times where it would just go away. I would just forget that I was editing it, did not save, and a half hour of my work was gone. So don't forget to click on save. If, say, also with the template that you chose, again, just remember that, again, it's your playground and you can change anything you want. If you don't like this section, just go ahead and delete it. Like, it doesn't make sense to have it there, go ahead and delete it. Or if you like, okay, I like this kind of separator here, right? But maybe I just wanted to make it wider. Then with the separators, this one in particular, it's all about padding on the desktop layout and the mobile layout. As you can see, like if I were to increase this, see the padding, I'm increasing the padding, this one becomes wider. Another thing to always remember to check on mobile, what your page is going to look on mobile. And again, it's all, drag and drop on this on the left-hand side, and it's all you click on the section on the blog. It will brings you to the settings over here. This text can be customized either on the left-hand side or right in the editor. This is a new feature that the Kajabi introduced just last month, where we now can, just customize or change text right on the page. Because before that, it was like you click on the blog, but you have to come back to the left to customize any text. So now we can do it right here. And you can also change, like say if I want it to be, so on mobile, see how it's aligned to the left, then you would come back to mobile layout and align it to the middle, to the center, okay? Also, same with the, say, if you like this separator rather this line and you want it to be wider, just click on that section, go to mobile layout. And again, if you need to, oh, that was crazy. If you need to make it wider, so that's where it's all controlled, okay? Another thing that you will want to kind of play with, it's about the paddings, which is like this area, that's the padding. or a spacing. Okay, so for example, here I want this image. Let's say I want to bring my image higher up, right? So you would just click again on this section, okay, and then navigate to mobile layout, and you see what it says, mobile section padding. It's this, it's in pixels. If you were to remove it, I think by default it's 40. And as you can see, you see now it's less. If I put in 20, it's going to bring it up even more. And now, as you can see, this one is 20 in the other section, and this one is 20. So now we have somewhat of a more even space, padding in our sections. Another thing that you can do with the blocks on mobile in particular is to move. So like say, make this block smaller. And for that, again, you will be playing with what's it called, the padding? It's called spacing. You can either play with inside spacing, you can decrease insides. Oh, I would say no, increase inside spacing, or outside. So let me show you. For example, I want this, I like this image, but it's just like taking too much space on mobile, for example. Then I'm going to add, and it doesn't matter which one, either inside or outside. So like, for example, let me add like 50 pixels here. You see, so it brings it inside, and I want it to be centered. So I'm going to add 50 pixels on the mobile as well. Now going down again for mobile, I kind of want it to be in the center. So I'm going to put a text alignment to the center. You see, all of this is controlled here. Okay, so and we're going to hit save. Don't forget to hit save. Similar idea for website building on a desktop. When you click on the section here and navigate to desktop layout, all of these, see all of this padding is also controlled desktop section padding right here. If I were to remove it, the default will be 100 and brings it up. If you want to bring it even closer to the top, you will put in somewhere around 50, it brings it to the top. My recommendation would be to stay consistent with your paddings. So if you like doing say 50 all across, then make sure that all of the paddings, top and bottom, they're all 50 everywhere. So it kind of like looks more, again, more consistent. As far as the location of the blocks, the main thing to remember here is that Kajabi is using what's called a 12-column website building framework. So in short, each block has a specific number of columns. So if you click on this text block, you will see that this block in particular has 4 columns. You can make it wider. You can make it more narrow, so like 3 columns. But the main idea is to remember is that the total of columns can be only 12. Okay, so you can have, like, say, text block 3 columns, then maybe you want to have an image with 5 columns, and another block, I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate it, it's going to be also 3 columns. So right now we're using 11 out of 12. So 3, scroll down, 3, 5, and 3. So 11 out of 12 possible columns we are using in this particular row. If we were to add another block, and that would be, say, we want to add another image, right? You see how it's dropping here right in the middle, and it's 10 columns, so it has to be on the next row, okay? And actually, let's go ahead and add an image here. Let me add a new one right here. I have this image. Again, I'm just going to edit it right there. Save. And again, to bring the block down or up, it always you will always need to refer to a desktop or mobile layout. So you click on the block, say, I want to bring it a little bit down, right? It's kind of too close to other block. Then click on the block and navigate to desktop layout. And then you will want to increase outside spacing. Like say, maybe put in 30 here. See how it drops down. You can do the same thing with this block, image block. Same thing, you can click on it and increase, say, outside at the bottom, increase spacing as well. See how it just brings it up. Okay, and again, let's save it. Okay. That's pretty much it as far as the website and page building goes. Again, there's the main idea, the main thing to understand is the padding, the top and bottom, how that there's 12 columns that is used in Kajabi, like this framework that you can put in. Basically, it can be the most you can put in is 12 blocks if each block is one column, right? Or you can do one block that's 12 columns, or any combination, really. So again, if you don't like some of the sections or blocks, you can just click. If you're clicking on the empty area here, that's the section. If you don't like the section, say delete section. If you need to delete a specific block, you just click on the block, and you will see down here is delete this block. Okay. Another thing that you can do, like say, if you want, like, well, I may actually come back to this specific block or the section, you can hide it. So you don't have to recreate it in the future. You can just hide it. So you would just click on the section here, see the title of its testimonial 2, then go back to your list of all of the sections and hover over these 3 dots, and then just click on hide. And this is from mobile. Let's also hide it. Let's hide this one. See how they just disappear because we're hiding them. Again, this, for example, this divider, I don't really need it. I'm going to delete it. And all that. Okay, so if you remember also, as far as connecting the buttons, we do have a couple of offers already created. So if you wanted to, say, link it to a specific offer, to the checkout page, right? Or if you want to link it to another landing page, then just go navigate to the button, click on the button, and you can change the text right on the button right here. But as far as linking it to a page, you would again navigate to the left-hand side of your builder and click on call to action, and then assign the action to your button. So there's many things that you can do. You can link it to another existing page. So let's check it out. So you click on landing page, and then you will have the list of all of your published landing pages that you can link to, okay? If you choose the checkout page, it will give you a list of all of the checkout pages, all of your offers that you can link to. You can also say if it's maybe you want to let your customers or your website users download a file. That could be an image, that could be a PDF, it really can be anything. The only thing that I recommend, if you do assign and download the file, always click on the open in a new tab, so your customers do not leave your website. So my biggest rule of thumb is any external link, if you're linking anything externally, any website, any file, anything, then always check the open in a new tab, okay? Another action that you can assign, it's any URL. If you need to link it again to an external website, then you would just put it here. Let's say let's do google.com, for example, right? And then you just put it here, and then open new tab, okay? And don't forget to save, of course. Let's see. So the next action on the button will be open as two-step opt-in. So the two-step opt-in is basically the pop-up, right? So, and I'll show you where that can be customized. Say you have a page where you don't really want people to send there to a new page, but you want them to stay on the same page, and you just kind of want it to be a quicker process. Like, say if they want to say, if you are promoting your freebie, and again, you don't want to send them to a new page, you just kind of want them to stay on this page. So you would navigate to all of the sections right here and all the way to the bottom, and you will see this three: footer, exit pop-up, and two-step opt-in. So the action that we just chose for this specific button was two-step opt-in. So let's go back and click on this two-step opt-in and click on edit two-step opt-in. So here you will pretty much customize, either add an image or just text, but most of the time you will want to add the form here. So we do have already a form. Let's see, we do have this one: website, waitlist, and freebie. So we're just gonna go ahead and attach that one. If you want to keep this window a little smaller, then you can check this box, make form inline, which brings all of the fields and the button on the same row. And of course, you need to customize this area. Yes, that's where it all can be customized. There's I think there's a limited number of blocks that you can add to your pop-up. I think it is like 5 or 6. 5. So like you won't be able to add like countdown timer, or you cannot add like specific. You can do video, but you cannot like do video embed. You cannot add, I think, like accordion, for example, right? The drop down, let's say, of the questions. But it's plenty for a pop-up. It has plenty of, like all you need really is text. You need a form, image. All of these are available. Okay. So so say we like this layout, we put in a form. And as far as the form, also, like once you connect the form, it already has all of the post-submission flow, because all of those settings are done within the form. So you don't have to reconfigure that. All you need to do is just to attach the form to your page. Okay. So let's just, let me go back and uncheck that. So we are happy with that. And I'm going to click on save. Then let's go back to our button that we were customizing. Again, so right now this button is linked to the pop-up window. If somebody were to click on it, that window will pop up, and they can put in their information in the form and submit the form. Then the next one will be pop-up checkout. Pop-up checkout is basically a shortcut to your checkout page. So instead of sending your customers to a separate checkout page, right, the ones that we customized on day 4 of the bootcamp, you can just simply attach the same offer. But what it was going to do is just to open a pop-up window right on the page. So let's go ahead and save it and preview it, see what it looks like. So we did connect it to this button. So as you can see, it's very simple. It's the same process as far as the purchase goes, and all of the post-purchase automations and all the emails and the thank you page and the access is all the same. It's just more simple, I would say, a way to purchase the same offer. Okay. This one, I would say pop-up windows pretty popular, like for maybe low ticket offers, something that's quick, kind of no-brainer, right? Purchase. If you do have order bumps here, your customers will be able to check or uncheck that option. So it's very, like, it's pretty much the same offer, just in the simplified or more simple look, I would say. Okay. So again, I would not probably do a pop-up checkout for like higher ticket offers, or if it's very important for you to, or for your customers to know what's included in the page, because this pop-up window will not really have that description, right, that we put it on the checkout page. So if you want them to see what's included, maybe see all the testimonials, then you will want to link that button to checkout page. If it's more of a simple setup, simple purchase, then pop-up window will be your way to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that. And the last one that you can link your button to is another section on your page, on the same page. Okay, so but if you do need to, like, say, I would call them like a shortcut, right? If you were to have a button here, somebody opens up your website, you have a tagline here, and then say, yes, I want to enroll, something like that, button right here. That button can link on the other section, to the other section of your website, of your page. Okay, like say you have, for example, this section is called Program 3, right? Let's go ahead actually and add a button here. So this is our tagline here. Call to action, we're gonna enable it. And we'll title it Enroll Now. And then button action, we are going to send people to, just gonna like skip all the page, right? And go to the main, say somewhere where they can either contact you or purchase your offer. It just really depends what you want them to do. So say enroll now, say we will be sending them to the bottom of our page, and that one will be, say, Program 3. Okay, and then save. And then on the preview, again, if we were to click on it, see how it just skips all the way to the section that we assigned it to. Okay, so that's also an option. Okay, so now let's talk about the most important pages to customize on your website. Again, we do need a website theme installed in order to customize homepage, login page, thank you page, default thank you page. If you want to use a store page, a blog pages, those are what's called the default or system pages, right? And the list of those pages you can see here in the drop down up here. So always you will need to customize the library page and the login page. You will want to customize 404 page. That's when, say, if somebody has a link that's say not working, they will see what's called the 404 arrow page, right? You will want to maybe put in a message there or something, redirecting them to your offer, so to your blog or to your homepage and whatnot. These pages, the about and contact, they can be deleted. They're not system pages. They can be just right within the website, or they can be separate LinkedIn pages. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on library. So that's the next page we will want to customize. Okay, so library page is the very first page your customers see when they log into their account. Again, it can be as simple as just access to the products, or this area can be used to add some special message for your customers, or add images, or some other navigation like buttons, maybe like click here to schedule a one-on-one session with me, or click here to see more products that I offer, or it's really up to you what you want your customers to see once they log in. The main thing to remember here is that this section, what's called products, it's kind of like you can't really customize it in terms of you cannot add more blocks to this specific section, because what it does, it just pulls all of the products that you have already set up in your Kajabi account. And as an admin, so like I'm on the we are on the admin side, right? Right now we are customizing the website. It will pull, or it will show all of the products that you have already created. Your customers, however, will not see these unless they purchase them. And if you remember, to get access to the product, they have to purchase an offer that has that product included. So like say if you have 5 different products in the back end of your Kajabi, right? Say maybe a couple of courses, the coaching, membership, and downloads, for example, right? Then your customers have to, or you have to add those products in offers, and your customers have to purchase those offers in order to get access to them within the library behind the login page, right? So again, if you do have more than one, kind of don't freak out. Your customers cannot see it unless they purchase them. Okay, but again, because of when we are customizing the website, when we are building the website, we can see all of them because we're not on the admin side of things. All right, so the sections that you can delete and have more control of is pretty much everything but the products. If you click on the 3 dots over here across the products, you will see that these to duplicate and delete options are grayed out because we cannot delete that section, because if we do, our customers will not get access to our courses or coaching or other products, right? But everything else is pretty much, again, customizable. You can hide the sections, you can delete sections, you can, same thing, just click on the block if you need to change the image. You can upload a new one, and you can select from recent, like say this one. You can change, you see how it's saying 12 columns. You can change how big your image, how big you want it to be. You can also change the alignment of all of the blocks. For example, if we click on the section right here, then you click on desktop layout, and under horizontal alignment, you can choose, like, for example, I want them to be in the center. So that will bring it to the center. As far as the text alignment within the block, it's the same thing. You would click on the block and then either change it here, align it to the center, or you can also change it here on the desktop layout and the mobile layout. But if you change it here, it will override this configuration, this setting, and say we'll display everything in the center. Although, like say I have a desktop to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right, this will override whatever I have here. Okay. So these, again, this is the template. There was like a preset here. This is just an idea for you to cross-promote your other offers. And what's cool about this specific section or this specific blocks is that you can control, say you have a couple of courses, right? And if somebody purchased one course, you can choose whether or not this the other course is going to be shown to your customers. So like say if I were to purchase both of your courses, right? I come into my library, and if you choose here, like, so you select the offer, for example. So say I own both of these courses, for example, both offers, right? Then say if you choose, okay, I want other people to see, say, this offer, but if I already own that offer, it will not be shown to me. Okay, so you can choose whether or not you want it to show like to anyone, even for those customers who already purchased that offer, or you can choose, well, if this person already purchased it, I don't want them to see it, because there's not really no need to see it, right? So you have that option as well. And again, if you don't need it, if you look at this section and you don't really need it, just go ahead and click on the section and delete it. If you don't want to promote, you don't have anything to cross promote, again, you can just come back here and offer storefront. You can hide it temporarily, then come back to it and bring it back to be shown on the page. Again, this is all can be deleted, can be brought back. So again, it's all up to your creativity here. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete some of these. Okay. Another thing that you will want to customize is the header and the footer. So these are all, again, these are all preset. You can delete that. And like I said, you want to add your logo, which we do have a logo here. Just change that. And also what's cool about this specific, about the website, while you are in the website builder, if you change any changes to the footer and the header you make, it will be applied across all the website pages. Okay, with the landing pages, however, you will need to do it one by one because they are kind of like, again, a standalone. They are not connected to your website theme. So if you are changing, so if you have, say, about page and it's not within your website theme, if it's a landing page, you will need to go to that landing page and make these customizations. Like, if you change in the maybe some links, you change in your logo, that will have to be done separate. But if your page lives within a website builder, then and you make any changes to footer and the header, that will be applied across all of the pages. Okay, that's the kind of main thing to remember. Okay, so on the logo type, it's not shown right now because it's set to text. So if I change it to show image, it will show here, and it's super, super small. So let's make it a little bigger. There you go. You can delete all that. If you do not need this specific menu in the footer, you can also delete that. If you want it to be more in the center, like alignment, just change alignment to the center right here. Again, it's all under desktop layout, and mobile layout that's in the center. Over here on the copyright, you will want to put in your company, so your brand name or your name, and you can say all rights reserved, something like that. So the year will be updated automatically as we move to 2025. It will be updated to 2025. And also, if you do not want to display any of your social media icons or the profiles, you can delete the entire block. Or if you do, then you can change it to, of course, to your all of your links. And another thing with any external links, I highly recommend that you always check this box, open a new tab, so your customers do not venture away from your website. Okay, and the same thing for the header of the website. There's also limited number of blogs that we can add. But it's plenty. You can add a button, you can add the menus, you can add many menus, you can do the drop down menu, you can change your logo to say image, and then select from recent. It will be this one. Then change the size. So I'll update in a minute. It's thinking. Okay. All right. So the next page that you will also want to customize is your login page. And that's where your customers basically log in. Let me try to update this again. I'm not sure why it's not load recent. Let's choose this one. If it doesn't upload, then just go ahead and select a new one. Sometimes it does happen. Again, this actually, it has to do a lot with like caching cookies. It's kind of crazy how it works, but I oftentimes clear those out just to kind of like, refresh everything, but it does happen. Okay, so let's just do that one, and let's make it smaller to maybe 70, right there, maybe even 15. As you can see, you can also control, the size of your logo by changing the number here and the image width. Okay, so, and over here in the login page, it's somewhat a limited page that, or I would say you cannot add a lot of blocks or sections here. All you can do here is really just to, let me go here, is to add, show the image. Like say if you want to display an image here, maybe again your logo or some other graphic, then I'm just going to select it from recent. Hopefully that it's going to be uploaded. You can do that. Oh, this one went through. Okay, that's good. Then, yeah, but that's pretty much all you can do here on the login page. It's like, again, it's considered a system page. There's not much of a customization that can be done here. Okay. Now, let's go back here. All right, and as far as other pages go, again, you can customize them, just the similar techniques that you just learned about the, customizing pages in Kajabi. I would also recommend customizing 401 and the store page. Those are kind of the main ones. If you don't have newsletter, if you don't have a blog, you don't worry about customizing those just yet. It's actually not going to let you do it because we don't have a blog established yet. So it shouldn't show us anything. Yeah, see, we'll need to set up the blog first. All right. So that's as far as website pages go. On the landing pages, again, it's just the landing pages are essentially they're standalone pages and can be customized with the same idea, same techniques, same with the same editing tools and everything. And also on my channel, I do have a video where I share some, I think it's like 10 tips and tricks specifically for customizing landing pages to save your time. So check out that one. I will link it under this video once we're done with the live session. Okay, so let me go back to here. Okay, for the page templates, you may want to use templates. Again, this is just mostly to save your time. I would look, if I were, not this one, if I were to use a template, then I would mostly look at the layout of the template and just see if I like the layout. I would just think like, okay, I need to change a few images, just colors, just the fonts, but I would not need to change a lot of the structure of the page, right? Again, you can choose from any of the pages or the templates within the Kajabi account. Or if you need more inspiration, if you want more variety, then I would recommend checking out templates.kajabi.com. That's kind of like a template store specifically for Kajabi websites. Okay. And let's see. And let's talk briefly about funnel pages. So for the funnels, I'm sure you've heard this word before. For the funnel pages, essentially, funnels, specifically in Kajabi, is a funnel. I would say look at it as a box of different elements of the funnel, okay? And funnel consists of pages, forms, automations in the back end, checkout pages. And to use the funnel use the funnels feature in Kajabi, you will mostly want when you have a specific flow and you want to keep track of that flow, of the analytics, right? You want to see how many people access the page, how many opt-ins you had, what your conversion rates, if there are any, how many people purchased your offers, and all that. So when you are thinking of creating a funnel, you don't have to go through this configuration. You can create all of the elements separate and then just add them to your funnel later. Okay. So essentially, funnel pages is the landing pages that were put in the funnel. Okay, so that's like the main thing to remember. Okay, so I think we covered pretty much everything as far as the website building goes. Again, if you have any questions you wanted me to answer specifically about website building, just leave your comments below on the video, and I will be happy to answer them. But meanwhile, let me go back to my Q&A, to my presentation. And we do have some questions. So I did have some questions from in the last couple months from my clients, from people who are looking to start with Kajabi or just started. So I just pulled those, found those, and just put them in here. All right. So I had a question about the course. And so do you recommend creating a course with or without videos? So my answer would be, it really depends on your audience, and it also really depends on the way you want to present the information to your customers. Of course, if you have videos in your course, your course will be more interactive. People get to see your face, get to see who you are, just get to know you better. So it doesn't have to be like all videos. I would actually recommend doing a combination of videos and text and say downloadable resources. But typically with the course, regardless of the niche, you will want to show your face, probably, right? Because like say in my niche, I do a lot of tutorials. So for me personally, I do quite a bit of like screen recordings and hands-on trainings. Plus I add a couple of like say introduction videos, just the talking head. So definitely, again, there's no really right or wrong, answer, like if you don't want to have videos, but you will probably learn down the road, and your customers will tell you eventually, the format they like. So typically with the courses, video is kind of like a standard. But again, you will probably want to have videos. So I would say do a combination at least of different resources. The next question was, how do I see how many people viewed my page? Okay, so that's actually a good question. Something that I actually not quite covered during this bootcamp, but let's go back and cover that topic. Okay, so in order to see all of the views on your website, you will need to navigate to analytics. Kajabi just released a new way. Actually, it's probably not. Let's see. Let me see if it's available on this account. They just released kind of like a new interface for analytics. Let me see if I can enable it. Okay, so yes, redesign analytics right here. So let's go back, refresh. But everything can be accessed, all of the data for your page views, offer pages views, conversions, form opt-ins, all can be accessed through the analytics. If you're looking for a specific page that you want to know, just this one specific page, then sometimes it will be just easier to navigate to your landing pages and find that page. Say, for example, I have this coming soon. It should not have too many views, but let's see. So you would just click on these three dots, and then there's a option for view page analytics, and that's where you will be able to see all of the views. If there were any opt-ins, right? If you have a form, so how many people opted in. And also over here, you'll see the people, like the names. This is we built this page during the day one, but I think I tested it all, opted in on day two. So you can see all of the opt-ins here. You can see conversion rates. Again, that's your opt-ins. Yeah, so that's as far as the individual pages go. But if you want to see like the more of whole picture of your website, all of these analytics can be also seen. It's all on the analytics page, on the analytics tab. Okay, you can see again page views, how many offers you sold. If you do have affiliates, you on the higher plan, you can see all of the sales your affiliates made, your income, so the revenue, refunds, and all of that. So it's all can be accessed here. Okay. So the next question was, do you offer one-on-one support? Yes, I do. Just visit my website. You can contact me through the form or send me an email at nadia@solositesolutions.com. You can also schedule a discovery call. It's also available on my website. I don't do one-on-one as much as I used to, but it really just depends on the project. So definitely contact me and we will see how we can work together. And the last question was, why do you prefer Kajabi over other platforms? It's a good question, because before I started working with Kajabi back in 2020, I actually had a client who had her courses on Thinkific. And at that time, I kind of like learned Thinkific, and I didn't know anything about Kajabi. And what I really did not like about Thinkific was that it had a very limiting. It had very limited functionality for like website building, for courses. I always kind of like was looking for different workarounds, and it was just everything just seemed to be like the interface was a little like, I don't know, not fun, which just was like very, I don't know, I just like didn't enjoy working there. You know what I mean? So then later on, the client asked to move her courses from Thinkific to Kajabi. And since I was kind of like an operation tech person at that time, it was pretty much all me. I was like, okay, well, I'll just learn. And once I started like learning the Kajabi platform and checked out their website building, it was just a new level. Like, it was so easy to kind of understand how the platform works. It kind of like the interface was great. The website builder had a lot of functionality. And I don't know, I just kind of liked it, in general, just kind of had a good vibe, I would say. Also, from a creator perspective, if you were to compare, like, say, Teachable or Podia, those platforms in particular, they actually charge you for your revenue. Depending on the plan you're on, I think the lower plan you're on, the higher the commission. So, like, say, for example, you sell a course that's $100, right? And anytime you sell anything online, there's what's called the standard processing fee, transaction fees, right? Those fees are charged regardless by the payment processors, which is Stripe or PayPal. What else? Now it's Kajabi Payments. Those are just the transactional fees. We cannot really get away from that. But in addition to that, and those fees are usually around $3. I'm sorry, not $3, 3%, 3 to 4%. In addition to that transaction fee, platforms like Teachable and Podia also charge what's called the revenue share. So they would charge, again, the lower plan you're on, the higher the commission. But I've seen the commission, like in addition to the transaction fees, anywhere from 8 to 10%. Maybe even some of them even were 15. So now your course that you're selling for $100 minus the 3%, let's say $3, an additional, like say on the more conservative side, 8%, right? So now you're looking at $11 that's not yours. With Kajabi, so Kajabi does not have a revenue share, so they only have, and again, that's everyone else has that. It's the transaction fee, right? Which is the 3%. It's taken by the payment processors. They never had revenue share, any fees in addition to transaction fees. So that's also another thing. And just generally speaking, for the courses and the general flow for the purchases and all the automations, I find Kajabi just probably one of the best ones out there. So, and I personally have been using Kajabi for my website for over 4 years now. I've become a partner for Kajabi, and just share Kajabi with all of the online business owners I know, because just a great tool for all things digital products, courses, for all the things. And again, I've been working with Kajabi for almost 5 years, and I've seen the evolution of different features, different improvements, and they've stepped up their game for sure. So again, it's I'm not against using other platforms, and I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to a personal choice. And this is the platform that I kind of been using for a long time, and I've been to 2 of their conferences, or what they call Kajabi Hero Live events. The last one was just a couple of weeks ago that I went down to LA. It's just a great conference, meeting like-minded people, the creators, learning from top creators, leaders in the industry. So it was a great event. All right. So I hope I was able to answer all of your questions, and I hope you enjoyed the bootcamp and you found it valuable. Again, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Just leave your comments, your questions in the comment section. And thank you so much for being here, for joining the bootcamp. I will be linking the entire bootcamp playlist in each video, so you can easily navigate back and forth. And when you create something, like say you create a website, and send your links to me, or just share them in the comments. I'm excited to see what you create. And if you also wanted to share what you learned during the bootcamp, or something that was a kind of light bulb moment, I'll be happy to see those too. All right. And yeah, again, thank you so much for joining. It was an honor to be here with you and guide you through this journey. And of course, subscribe to my channel. Then I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.